Then I'm going to use a little bit more of that white. Gotta clean it off here. Where I want some highlights. And now I'm going to start pulling color. And you will notice that these pull color rather badly, so you have to be very careful. But I'm using the white to blend some of these areas, especially where we want to transition from the darker to the lighter. Now for him, I also am going to use that peach that's in your set. The peach is a really good blender for a lot of cat colors. A lot of those golden tones in lions and tigers. This peach works very well to blend and help burnish, but still keep a little bit of texture into it. And I'll work back and forth. My white, my gold, my peach. Because I'm just trying to get the base colors figured out here. And I still go in the direction. Whichever direction the hair grows, that's how the direction that I'm gonna color. Now that same reddish brown that we used earlier, I'm going to go into a few places and add a little bit of depth, a little bit of value. And I'm going to blend it out somewhat with the gold. But I just want to pull that color down and start creating some of that texture of the fur. And this is the white I'm adding over on this side again. And again with the white on this edge, just paying attention to where the fur grows, where the light hits him. Oh, that dark brown again. So I'm pulling a lot of color with this white right now, so I'm going to clean it off good because I don't want to lose my white under his eyes. And then out here where I added some of that blue, I'm going to put a little bit more of this darker brown and then use the gold, the amber color, and burnish this area out a little bit now. This edge of his ear catches a lot of light in the picture. And then as he goes back on this neck, his color really fades to a light kind of cream color. So the last thing that I do in a picture is I start to look at the darks. I start with my brown, always work lighter to darker, lighter to darker, lighter to darker. You can always make it darker. Really hard to make it lighter if you go too dark. So I'm going to look at some of this area in here, some of the pattern on him, because he's not always black. There are parts of him that are a little bit more of a brown. And up in here, I'm going to add some stippling for this texture. Same thing in this ear. I'm going to add some of this dark brown. And I'm going to pull some of the hair back in up into this ear using the white and the gold, the amber color. So it's a very painterly approach. A little more peach, a little more amber, and a little more white. Burnish it out, blend it. Notice I'm not blending all the texture out of it though. Keeping some of that texture, because he's furry and we want him to be. And she's a little stippling. I'm not going to worry about the whiskers because I can add that later with some colored pencil. So right now I'm just worried about thinking about this cheetah pattern and trying to get my basic colors and shapes figured out. And this is really kind of fast, pretty rough for today, but just getting you used to the media as much as we can.